because I am not able to take pictures and publish them in my written blog, I had to just stand there until that little lobby didn't have any people in it, so that I wouldn't be recording their conversations. And that was, it was maybe 5 minutes, you know, but 5 minutes times however many times per day that I might have to do something like that is a lot, you know. I should be able to publish pictures of my blog. Yeah, so the conglomerate, I'm sure, knows whether or not there were cameras in Boston sports clubs when I was going to Boston Sports Club. I mean, if I had gotten fat while I was homeless, the conglomerate would have attacked me for that also. I never would have stopped talking about that, you know? I mean, if I gained 10 pounds, the conglomerate would have had something to say about that. In fact, did have something to say about that when I was getting out of the hospital in 2014. I think the fall. Yeah, I think it was the fall of 2014. And I had, you know, I mean, and I had been put on medication, which I had consented to. I had asked for and consented to it because I know if you're gonna be in the hospital, you have to be taking medication. So I took it. But yeah, but it was like gaining like an instant 10 pounds because that's what happens. It's just what happens when you take. There's a lot of psychiatric medications that will make you gain weight. And when I left the hospital, I mean, the conglomerate was all over it. And it was literally somewhere between like maybe yeah. I would say maybe not quite 10 pounds. Yeah, you know. And the conglomerate seriously was all over it. But even though I hadn't done anything except take medication to gain that weight. But anyway, yeah. So I had a gym membership for a couple of years when I was homeless. First, it was the YMCA in Chinatown, where I'm sure that they had cameras in the women's locker room and the women's shower at least. But they also had a men's locker room, of course, with showers. And they also had a children's locker room. So, you know, what the volume of crime that got committed, if there were cameras in all of those locker rooms, is just like astounding, you know, for months and months and months. And then, of course, the manager was threatening to sue me because I had talked about my suspicions about that online. Was going to sue me. Was threatening me in an email that he was talking to a lawyer about his legal options. I mean, what are you going to do? You know, I mean, and the thing is, I would not have removed the page that had his actual name from my blog if I could have been sure that he was the one who put the cameras there. You know, if I really thought it was him, you know, if I knew for a fact that it was him who had done it, him who had done it. If I'd known for a fact that he had done it, he couldn't have threatened me with anything that would maybe take his name down. Yeah, you know, but I mean, there were cameras. There were cameras. The conglomerate was attacking me about it, you know. And then the Boston sports clubs, the conglomerate knows whether or not there were cameras, you know, in those showers, locker rooms, or whether they're there now, you know. I mean, hundreds and hundreds of people have gotten victimized because of voyeurism, because of what the conglomerate is doing to me. Hundreds and hundreds of people. You know, homeless people, people in psychiatric units, dues-paying members of health clubs in the Boston area. That has happened, you know? So why you're still acting like there's nothing wrong with it, I don't know. Because there really is.